Hey everybody, back again with movie night with Mike. And I'm Mike, your host. And I'm here to give you another update. I told you I would earlier after I did the Expendables movie that I did see another movie last week with a few friends, and we went and saw the new Saw X, which was directed by the guy who did like Saw 6 and Saw the Final Chapter. He directed those movies, and quite frankly, I enjoyed those two movies. I thought that those were movies that basically got the franchise back, in good standing with me, because before that, like from Saw 4 through Saw 3 through Saw 5 were pretty much, they were just filler. They like the ones were with that were directed by Darren Bousman. I thought they were just filler, and they didn't really need to be there. They were just cash grabs that that Twisted Pictures was just trying to make some more money off the name, and it wasn't until we basically got to Saw 6 that I guess when the dwindling returns started coming in, that they decided to that the Saw franchise just needed to go away for a while. And so that's why, they did the Final Chapter. And I know that Saw 6 and Saw 7, they had some not so great acting moments in them, but I did enjoy like the storytelling part of the film that they were trying to go for. And I think that the director's name was Kevin Grutert, if I remember correctly. But anyway, he's back to do Saw X now. And Twisted Pictures is involved again, and Tobin Bell is reprising his role as Jigsaw / John Kramer. And Amanda is back. She makes her return. And this movie, even though it's called Saw X, it's really basically Saw 1.5. It's supposed to take place between the events of Saw 1 and Saw 2. And so that's where we're at with the Saw franchise. And so anyway, I was pleasantly surprised by this. This was a movie that I was not looking forward to seeing. I had no really desire in seeing this. In fact, like when I heard about it being made and seeing trailers for it or hearing about it being released, I'm like, why? Why do we need another Saw movie? Why? They've already basically beat this thing to the ground years and years and years ago. But anyway, I'm glad that they did this one, because quite frankly, they put more of an emphasis on a backstory of John Kramer in this. And so we got to learn a little bit more about John Kramer. And it also shows me, how much of a filmmaker, how much of an evolution of a filmmaker that basically Kevin Grutert has made since that time. And the reason why I keep bringing his name up is because, quite frankly, I've seen some reviews on Saw X about how they were pleasantly surprised by about the quality of the movie and how much they liked it. But quite frankly, these were the same people that I saw reviews that they basically did for the movie Cobweb that my friend Matt and I saw like a couple months ago. That came out the same weekend as Barbie and Oppenheimer and was basically left for dead, and it got no PR, and The studio really should have, basically, pushed it back and gave it a proper release. Because still, that's like my favorite horror movie of the year so far. But anyway, the reason why I bring that movie up is because Kevin Grutert, who is the director of Saw X, he was the editor for Cobweb. So it doesn't surprise me in the least that Saw X actually turned out to be a pretty good movie. Like John Kramer's back to like basically doing the thing, like basically having a motivation besides, just what Darren Bousman was doing with 3 through 5 with, basically, just saying, having like nothing but torture porn and where they lost their way. My only complaints about Saw X was pretty much the makeup department. I mean, Amanda, Shawnee Smith, the girl who plays Amanda. I mean, it's a little hard, after like I'm sure everybody's did that like 10-year challenge that they were doing like pretty much on Facebook or Twitter like a couple years ago, where everybody like basically took pictures of themselves of what they looked like 10 years ago and compared them to what they look like today. I mean, the same thing here is, that it's pretty much been almost, I think I'm pretty sure Saw 2 came out in 2005. So we're talking about like almost 20 years. And she's supposed to look like how she looked like in Saw 2, with like the short black hair, like that cut. And quite frankly, I mean, you can tell that she's wearing a wig, and so the wig doesn't look all that good. And not only that, but I mean, you can tell that she's like aged in her face. And I mean, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying it's a little hard to go back in time and say, this movie basically is supposed to take place during the time period of 2000 through 2004 through 2005. That's all I'm saying. And so with that, I mean, like, I thought, like, other than that, I thought that the traps were pretty damn good. We had there's a great villain in this. The ending, I think, is superb. Do I think it's as good as the original Saw or even Saw 2? No. But I do think it's more memorable than the other ones. I mean, quite frankly, I can't even remember I can't even remember the other ones besides, where, John Kramer in the third one basically his head blew up or whatever, because no, wait, the guy he was testing, like, he kills his wife by, like, him killing Amanda and killing him, and then, like, her head blows up or whatever, and then, like, John Kramer dies as well, something like that. Anyway, point of the matter is like, I felt like this was a better ending than a lot of the incarnations of the Saw movies. I mean, Saw 2's ending was pretty damn good. I thought that one was really good. And I liked the message that that the original Saw movie actually had before it just lost its way when James Wan and Leigh Whannell, I hope I'm pronouncing their names right, basically left the projects. I mean I know that they kept on as being like producers for those movies for years, but I know that they didn't really have anything to do with any of them, and so they left it up to like Darren Bousman, who I know he wrote the second one, and other than the second one, I mean, he did a good job with, but other than that, from 3 through 5, I just didn't get it, and until like Kevin Gruder came around and tried his hand with Saw 6 and Saw 7. And then I know that they did a Jigsaw movie that I didn't see, so I guess that would have been Saw 8, and then they did Spiral, which was Saw 9, and Spiral was just utter garbage, utter pure garbage. I mean, I think that's probably why they decided to do a Saw X, was because, like, what was going on with that. I mean, when they were, basically it was supposed to be like Jigsaw stuff, and like the voice coming out of Billy wasn't Jigsaw. It was like some other voice that wasn't frightening at all. And then when we got like the reveal at the end, it was like, what the fuck? I just wasted my time and my money watching this crap. But I gave it a shot with that. But anyway, I'm glad that they I am glad that they decided to go and do like a John Kramer infused story for Saw. It's just kind of weird calling Saw X when it takes place between Saw 1 and Saw 2. That's all. Anyway, I think that I would add this to my collection. I do have all the other Saw movies. I do enjoy them. I did enjoy the first 2 anyway, and the last 2 of the original series. And I do have a tattoo on my leg, because as a recovering addict, I felt like the message that John Kramer put out there about saving oneself was basically what I did. I went through it. I tried to, through my addiction, I tried to take my own life, and I was actually on a respirator overnight after trying to overdose on pills, and that's how low that I was with my life at that time. And after that all happened, and I basically got clean off of drugs and alcohol, I really felt like the Saw movie, like at least the first 2, spoke to me. When he basically cut the jigsaw out of every one of the people's, that basically didn't have the willingness to live, to do whatever it needed to be to live. That he would cut a jigsaw piece out of every one of them, and so I basically got a tattoo of that, of like what it was, of what it would have looked like if somebody would have serrated on my calf like a jigsaw piece out of my leg, to basically symbolize that I do have the willingness to live today, and that piece of me was cut out, so the Saw franchise definitely does hold a piece to me. A lot of people just think it's just nothing but torture porn, and but to me I don't think that way. I think at least the first 2 and the last 2 from the original series were had a message of something. The 3 in between, yes, I agree that they lost their way, and they went down a road that I wouldn't have gone down, and they were filler. That's all that they were. They were basically cash grabs for Twisted Pictures to make their money. But as for the first 2 and the last 2, and even this last one that came out, Saw X, I felt like they were trying to that basically Jigsaw like was out there to give out a message. And so that's just where I'm coming from with that. So anyway, I just got home from my long night. I just got home, and so with that, I'm gonna go inside and basically take care of my dogs and get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's a new day. But anyway, if you're in Maryland or Pennsylvania and you're looking to buy or sell real estate, I'll leave my description I'll leave my information in the description below, and you can email me, and let's try and help you buy a home or sell a home. If you're renting right now, just let you know. I mean, like, there's nothing wrong about people renting, but wouldn't you rather own a home where, you know, you get to basically own your house and you gain equity in your house? Like right now, you have no equity. And people are talking about, you know, the interest rates being in like the 6s and the 7s. Well, they used to be like when my dad first got into business, they used to be like in the 18s and the 17s. And so, I mean, they're in the 6s and the 7s right now. I mean, I've heard that I think in November they're supposed to, like, the Fed is supposed to, you know, start to come down a little bit off that. So I did hear about that hopefully in the future and around November that we're going to see like a little bit of a drop off with the interest rates. I mean, they're not going to get to historical lows again, but that's why they're historic lows. So that wagon was basically, you know, has left the building, but I mean, hopefully we can still get you around in like maybe like the 5s, hopefully. So anyway, that's just what I've heard. So anyway, the point of the matter is I mean, there's nothing wrong with rentals, but I mean, I have had clients where they were paying the landlord and the landlord wasn't paying the mortgage, and so they ended up getting an eviction notice and having to find some place to live within 30 days, and I was able to find them a house to buy, and now he has equity in his house. He became a first-time home buyer at the age of 69. Yeah, I still talk to him. He's still real happy about his house. He's ecstatic about it. So sometimes, you know, in bad situations, good things happen, or they can happen. But and also in a rental situation, I mean, the landlord can sell it out from underneath you, and then you have to find a new home or go somewhere else. I mean, that's basically what happened to my girlfriend. I mean, her landlord, she had been staying there for 3 years. The market was hot, and her landlord decided that he just wanted to sell it for top dollar, and he was like to her and her 2 kids, see you later, get out. I'm gonna basically, you know, sell it to somebody else. Sorry, bye-bye. And so these are all things that can happen to you in a rental situation. So, and not only that, but you're paying their mortgage. And I mean, I just had a client that this happened to the other day, like a few months ago, where she thought that her friend was giving her a deal on a discount for her rent, and then she found out she was getting no deal. I mean, same thing, like, you know, that her friend decided that she was going to sell for top dollar, and that she needed to move, so she gave her like a 60-day notice. And then when my client went to basically go get pre-approved, she found out that like in 2015 that she had been paying like $2,500 a month, and they were going to increase her rent to $3,000 if she decided to stay there, and she couldn't increase the rent but like that amount. So that's the reason why she decided that she was going to leave, and got the 60-day notice. So anyway, she found out, and like basically she'd been paying $2,500 since 2015, that basically her friend had been taking advantage of her that whole time, because I mean, she could have got a mortgage for much cheaper than $2,500 a month. And not only that, but the interest rate when you're renting is 100%. It's not 5% or 6% or 7% or 8% like people are worried about, about it being too much, but it is actually at 100%, because you are paying that landlord 100% of that, and it doesn't go towards a credit report or anything. So you're helping out them, but you're getting no benefits. And not only that, but the tax benefits from being a homeowner as well. So anyway, that's my whole spiel on it. So it's like, if you know of anybody that's looking to buy or sell in the state of Maryland or Pennsylvania, just let me know. Email me, and maybe we can get you to I can come out and look at your home and see what it's worth, put together a comparative market analysis for you. If you're looking to sell, if you're looking to buy, let's get you a home by the springtime. I specialize with first-time home buyers as well, so I have lenders that I can refer you to and help you along the way. So anyway, thanks for watching the video. Again, Saw X I thought was a really good movie. I mean, I had, over the weekend, my girlfriend and I, when we had a decision to go see either Dumb Money or Saw X, she asked me which one was better. I told her I had a hard time coming up with an answer, because they're both different kind of films. And when they're different kind of films, it's kind of hard for me to make that kind of judgment, One's a horror movie, one's a comedy / drama movie. So anyway, I do think they're both good movies. They're both worth, checking out and renting or streaming, or, with Dumb Money, I'm going to buy it when it comes out and put it on my shelf. I saw that movie 3 times already. Saw X, I've only seen 1 time. I would like to see it again. But with that, I got to go feed my dogs and everything. It's 3 o'clock in the morning here. I wish you all a happy Friday. Have a safe weekend. I look forward to hopefully seeing The Creator over the weekend. And there was another Spanish horror movie I would like to see as well. I'll probably see the Spanish horror movie first, because it's like an hour and 45 minutes. And I would like to get a scoop on that in before, so that you all could go out and give some support to it, because from what I saw, it has like 69 reviews on IMDb. So movies like that need exposure. Anyway, have a good night. This is Mike with Movie Night with Mike, and I'm signing out. Good night. Bye-bye.